Curse words are the least dangerous thing about this podcast. Trust me. Be advised. Hey y'all, I'm Jenn. I'm from Oakland and I'm an androgynous Black lesbian feminist and a lover of all Black people.
This is Daren. I'm an asexual novelist, researcher, and bona fide comic book fanatic from the widest part of Southern California.
Orange County. We're queer millennials with 3 kids and nearly 20 years of marriage.
This is a podcast about the realities of Blackness, adulting, and relationships.
This is That Black Couple. Hello.
Hi.
Why you delay for so long to say hi?
I was thinking about it. I was like, how do I want to say
You are
hi
so
today?
dramatic.
And then I just settled on hi.
Wow.
You know, it was really...
I'm sitting here watching your mouth half open. And you go, hi. Like, wait, just say what you got to say.
Listen, it's late.
It is late.
It's been a long day. It's been a long week. It's been a long, not full month of January yet.
January about to be over, bro.
I know.
It was a good month.
I will say it's been a good month.
It's been a good month.
It's been dragging me a little bit.
I'm not mad at January 2023. I'm not. It's in the annals of Januaries. It's definitely like top 3 for me. It's one of the better Januaries.
That's true. There've been a lot of bad Januaries.
There's been a lot of shitty ass Januaries.
You start the new year and you're like, damn,
why am I here?
We're supposed to get better.
Oh God.
Turn the page.
But I feel like this one actually, it's better. It gets better, y'all.
It does.
Yeah. When they said that they meant 2023. Yeah. Well, welcome. This is episode 2 of season 4 of That Black Couple. I'm so excited. What should they drink? I feel like the whole year I'm going to have them drinking water. Maybe they should have some of that ashwagandha tea that I found from Yogi.
Or the Topo
Chico.
Topo Chico.
Shout out to my best friend. He's a real bad bitch. Got his own car. He don't need no lift. Listen. He put me on the Topo Chico. Topo Chico is good.
Topo Chico bangs.
Topo Chico slaps. You know what? Let's go with that. Get you a Topo Chico. It is a lovely, lovely mineral water, sparkling water made in Mexico that I had for the first time in Austin, Texas, but found some the other day in a co-op in Syracuse, New York. And when I tell you, I was excited. So get your Topo Chico.
Have it chilled.
It makes a difference. Have a seat. This is That Black Couple. I'm Jenn.
And I'm Daren.
And before we get started, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at That BLK Couple, on Facebook at That Black Couple, and look us up on the internets at www.thatblackcouple.com.
And you already know you can stream us everywhere podcasts are streamed. That means Spotify. That means Apple Podcasts. That means SoundCloud. That means Google Podcasts. That means Stitcher. All them places you can find us. And I'd appreciate it if you streamed us at all of the places, not even just one of them.
Just do one for a good measure.
You know, listen a little bit of here and a little bit of there.
Dibble and dabble.
And then comment over here and then put a like over there.
A heart.
You know, show us love in all the places.
Everywhere. And then tell your friends and your mama to do it too. It makes a difference.
Lighten their life up, you know.
I'm excited about this episode, Daren. You know why?
Why are you excited?
Because it's a rundown episode.
I know, and I love these.
It's like we just like, here's all the shit going on in our lives and in the world. Okay, bye.
It's really like, let's just talk our shit for a minute.
Let's just talk our shit for a minute. Are you excited about talking shit? I'm excited about talking shit.
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this. So let's start with what brought us to the episode. What is going on? What's happening for us? You want to get started? Want me to get started?
I want you to start.
Okay, so a couple things have been going on with me that bring me to this episode. First, last weekend, I gave a talk with Haven Media, which was really dope, on Instagram. I found them, they found me, and we talked about what it means to love as like queer women of color, and thinking about, non-traditional forms of love. So obviously this became a conversation about polyamory, which was dope. It was intimate. It was really cool. And I don't know. I mean, I loved it, but also some things came out for me that I was like, oh, we got to keep talking, right? And it dovetailed with us as a family going to the mall and bumping into those signs that were like husband daycare and boyfriend daycare. And I was like, wow, the straights are not okay. The straights, the heteros and the monogamos are not okay, you know?
We're just going to hold on to the stereotypes. We're just clutching them, you know?
And I think that's what came out for me in the polyamory talk was, you know, I was talking to a really lovely individual who is also working through what it means to be ethically non-monogamous and queer. And she was kind of like, yeah, I still date cis het men and like, help me. You know? And I was like, girl, I don't know if I have the answers for that because I don't do that, right?
That's a struggle.
It's a struggle. And I think part of the concern was like, how do you be free while you date a cishet man who wants to possess you? And I'm like, wow, I mean, you don't, right? Like you just don't, right? You just don't, you know?
That's a square peg trying to go through a circle.
Yeah, and you got to let that shit go. And so, I don't know. I think that was really interesting and eye-opening for me, you know, especially since I don't typically have those conversations. My community is very much rooted in, you know, queerness and ethical non-monogamy and free relating and abolition, all that. So it's very rare that I'm even in proximity, you know, to folks who are trying to figure out how to, you know, align themselves with people who do not want them to be free. You know?
But how much of a blessing to have that opportunity to be a part of that journey, that figuring out, you know, that discovery.
You mean a blessing for me?
Yeah, a blessing for you.
To be a part of what?
To be able to talk to people who are struggling with that and to help, you know, help them have a realization, you know, help them confront the things that they might not want to confront.
I mean, I guess, child, I don't know if I would call it a blessing because niggas be stressed the fuck out. And I'm like, I'm not a therapist.
Oh, it ain't that much of work. You know, it's not deep therapy work.
Right. I'm not a therapist. I'm like, ma'am, I don't know how to help you with this. How are you able to do that? I just don't deal with them. I don't know.
But I think that's the thing. That's it right there. Just saying, well, I don't do that.
I don't do it.
For a lot of people, just saying that is like, oh shit.
I'm kind of low key, high key agnostic.
It's like I have a choice.
You have you absolutely have a choice. And I think that's something I've been thinking about a lot since that conversation happened. What also brings me to the episode is last weekend was the 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade, Roe v. Wade was passed January 22nd, 1973. So that would make this past weekend the 50th year since we had Roe v. Wade. And it's low-key, high-key bittersweet because of what happened last June with the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade and pretending as if our Constitution doesn't protect people's right to an abortion.
So weird to think about how it's 2023 and we're going backwards.
Going backwards in such a strange way.
Like we were better in 1973
than we are now.
Ugh.
It's such a weird thing. And I think that's something that I've really been sitting with a lot. Like, my students, I love my students because I was talking to them the other day about something real like conservative and Republican, and they were like, damn, they just corny. And I was like, yeah, that's what it is. It's like, them niggas is just corny. Like, to roll back Roe v. Wade feels mad corny. Like, it just feels corny. You know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, y'all ain't got shit else to do. Y'all just bored. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and we're going to come back to how corny they are. I got another corny ass thing they're doing right now, too. We're going to talk about later.
Okay, good. Because it's just been feeling really like we're being subjected to corniness every single fucking day because niggas really don't understand how the world works and they're nervous about like body parts and like it's like if the people who you went to elementary school with and like thought that all the girls had cooties and boogers got to go into Congress and make bills. You know what I'm saying?
You said it's as if, but
I know.
That's what it is.
I know.
That's the reality.
I know. It's depressing. So that's what I'm bringing to the episode. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm bringing to the episode. I'm bringing some positivity. I'm bringing some light. I'm bringing some joy.
What you bringing, Daren?
They just announced the nominations for the Oscars.
You excited about it?
I'm excited about it. I mean, I don't really subscribe to these award shows. I think it's bullshit. It's popularity contest. It's politics.
Yeah.
It is. It's not really a expression of.
It's
merit.
the white gaze, white people telling us what our art looks like.
But I will say the nominations this year.
Come on, tell me about it.
They got it kind of right. They kind of got it right.
Did they?
Number one, the biggest news story related to the Oscars, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I love that movie.
Leads the nominations.
Perfect movie.
11 nominations.
A movie with that many dildos as weapons.
I'm saying
and butt plugs
and literally inserting them into people during fight scenes.
Imagine. Oh, you don't have to imagine it exists. Never mind. Like butt plugs that make you have kung fu powers.
That's literally in the movie.
I literally love the fuck out of that movie. And I'm so glad that everyone who's in it is winning.
I just remember when we watched it, I was so astonished by the movie, and I was also kind of sad because I was like, "Ain't no way they're gonna get this movie."
Oh, I knew they would.
It's due.
I knew they were going to.
I was like, "It's sci-fi. It got a bunch of Asian people in it,
but
it's weird.
It was so brilliant,
but it's so good.
It's so good, and the script is so good, and the acting is so good, and the way it makes you feel is so good.
It's one of those movies I know already. Yeah. I'm gonna watch that dozens of times in my lifetime. I'm gonna keep watching it over.
I'm like,
over.
That came out when I was working through my identity stuff.
And it got nominations. Like I said, 11 nominations: Best Director,
as it deserves,
Lead Actress, Supporting Actress, Original Screenplay. This is the most times that Asian actors have been nominated within one Oscar year ever.
I'm sorry for people who like Crazy Rich Asians and thought that was going to be the thing. I'm glad that this is the thing for Asian folks, and not that.
This is a better look.
This is a better look. That movie was not that good.
Yeah. Interesting factoid for this. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't say technically, but the line that people are saying is this is the first Asian nominee for Best Actress that has ever existed with Michelle Yeoh. But technically, it's actually not.
What?
Technically, way back in 1935, Merle Oberon was nominated. But, that was back in the days when you tried to pass like you wasn't what you was. And so people didn't really know that she was Asian until after she died. So technically, it's not the first time an Asian woman has been
like an out Asian.
But yeah, it's like a recognized and known Asian.
So yay!
It's the first time we nominated an Asian woman when we knew that she was Asian and we didn't think that she was white. So we did it
on purpose.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
yay!
Progress.
Silver Linings Playbook.
But also other great nominations: Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Wakanda Forever.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Listen. It got 5 nominations. Angela Bassett, The Undeniable, The Undefeated.
My soror.
Nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
My soror.
Thames got nominated for Best Song.
She looks like Nala.
They nominated him for makeup, for them clothes.
If Nala was a human black woman, it would be Thames.
And we're gonna leave it there. Because we're not going to critique the movie.
That's all I got to say.
But we're gonna give them their flowers for what they did on that movie.
That's all that I have to say about
that. And there was a little bit of controversy because, like Viola Davis and Woman King didn't get nominated.
I've heard about that.
Lashana Lynch for Woman King didn't get nominated.
Bro, can we talk about my baby mama not getting nominated, though?
That's the bullshit right there.
Lashana Lynch?
That's the bullshit.
Come on now, sir. Come on now, sir.
We walked out that movie just repeating her name.
Come on
back
now,
to back.
sir.
Also Danielle Deadweiler for Till didn't get nominated, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, she gonna get nominated because she bodied this role."
Yeah.
Now I can't comment on it because I didn't watch the movie.
I'm not gonna watch
and
it,
I'm not planning on ever watching that movie.
Me either. I don't need to live that.
Support Black art, Black film, Black actors
but
and
I don't
actresses.
have to live through that.
But yeah, I'm not gonna re-traumatize myself. But I want gonna give her.
I'm sure she did great.
From what I saw in the trailers,
she seems brilliant.
She looked good.
Yeah,
she was doing what needed to be done.
She gave what needed to be given.
And that's, like I said, and that's what I'm bringing to the episode.
I appreciate that.
Just
can we also do a drippity drop of the Golden Globes and talk a little bit about our homies on Abbott Elementary? Just a little drippity drop. Because I think that was really amazing. I am so proud. I am so proud of Abbott Elementary. I think Quinta Brunson is really fucking killing it right now.
And all these award things, I always go, they ain't gonna win. Every time it's someone I like, something I think was good, I'm like, they ain't gonna win. I'm not even going to hype myself up to think that they're gonna win. But Abbott Elementary?
Bro.
Listen.
Bro. We were talking about this last summer when we were talking about a Black Renaissance. And I feel like now award season, we're seeing it, right? We're seeing the awards reflect what is happening in the culture. And I really appreciate it.
And Abbott Elementary in itself is really interesting because it's not like something where we're looking at well-to-do blacks. We're looking at whitewashed blacks. We're looking at white acceptable blacks.
Right.
These are black
working class folk
in Philly teaching
Italians.
Kids, like, you know, working with it's so real to true life, but so also universally accepted. Yeah. And lauded for the greatness that it is.
Especially in a moment where we know that teachers are struggling, teachers are not getting the funding that they need, teachers are not being supported in the ways that they need, to have a comedy that is based on the fact that, hey, it's hard out here for teachers. I'm like, okay, we're making social commentary and doing it well. Mm-hmm. Okay.
We need more of that.
I'm not mad at it at all.
This podcast is supported by generous donations from our patrons and listeners. Become a supporter today by heading to www.patreon.com/colorcombosmedia.
You can stream the show on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and SoundCloud. When you listen, please consider hitting that heart button, sharing, giving us a 5-star rating, and leaving some dope comments. This helps us with our page rankings and gets more listeners for the show. Thank you so much.
All right, Darren, we're back.
We are back.
Drop some knowledge on this because we know you got some.
Okay. It's the rundown. As we said, we're just talking our shit. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of ridiculous ass shit going on in the news cycle right now. Mm-hmm. And it's really hard to pinpoint what's the most ridiculous. Yeah. I think for me, though, it is the attack on drag queens.
Lord Jesus, this is so obnoxious. I don't understand it.
How do you purposefully go out of your way to legislate, discriminating against an entire body of entertainment that's literally all about joy?
Can we just call this segment like the corny? Like, it's like this episode's like the good, the bad, and the corny. And I feel like this is the corny.
Oh, this is the corny.
This is the corny.
This is the corny.
This is so fucking corny. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
And I got some corny to talk about. And you definitely got some corny to talk about.
I just don't understand. But continue. I'm sorry.
So, if you have not heard, and I can understand how you might not have heard because this is the bullshit. Why would you want to be anywhere near this? But at least 8 states are now actually trying to put into law that drag queens cannot have shows, that they cannot read books to children at libraries. You know, and the whole thing is like, we want to protect our children
from what?
From people that put on wigs and can sing well and dance and perform and make you laugh and smile.
Bitch, don't watch Sesame Street.
And it's weird at a time where RuPaul's Drag Race has been on for over a decade.
Right.
You know, everybody watches that shit.
One of the winningest shows in history.
Everybody loves that shit.
But also, these kids already gay.
Yeah.
Speaking as a gay person, I didn't have to be exposed to a drag queen to know I was a gay motherfucker. By the time I got to drag queen, I was like, oh, my people. You know, it wasn't like I was already gay.
But like you said, like, these kids are already gay. And I'm like, if you are worried about the kids and if you're worried about them being exposed to things that are going to turn them gay, be more concerned about things like Steven Universe. Be more concerned about what's that show our daughter watches with the magic and the
Owl House.
The Owl House.
And Battle Kitty.
These kids have so many cartoons
Puss in Boots
that are gay as fuck. Like, seriously, gay as fuck.
Puss in Boots is nominated for best animated film.
Y'all, be concerned about that. Don't be concerned about the friendly neighborhood drag queen who more than likely is a gay man dressed as a woman, not a trans person, by the way.
Not a trans person.
Which is the big misconception that these Republicans have anyway. Right? Like, be concerned about that. If that's really something that bothers you, the energy is misplaced.
I guess what also is confusing to me is that, you know, children are actually not that impressionable. Like, it's not like every single thing that they see they become, right?
Right.
Unless your children are just empty vessels that you haven't poured into and encouraged and supported and nurtured at all. And so for me, it's like, well, what are you doing as a parent to where you just can't expose them to anything in the world because all they'll do is just soak it up and become that thing? That's concerning to me.
I don't want to go too deep, but we saw some recent stories about parents and things that have happened to their children and what's going on. And I saw a story today that a teacher was suing the school district somewhere in the U.S. because a 6-year-old brought a gun to school and shot her.
Well, that's valid.
And she had gone to the school and said, hey, I think this kid has a gun, multiple times.
What?
And they didn't ever find the gun on the kid. And somehow the kid was able to shoot the teacher.
I'm trying to laugh.
And this is yeah, no, it's not funny.
It's not funny.
It's ridiculous.
But if a 6-year-old is outwitting and outlasting and outsmarting the entire school district, I got questions.
And the parent was like, "Oh, well, the gun was secured. Your 6-year-old got it.
He's 6.
Your 6-year-old got it."
Jesus God.
Right, and I just say all this to say, like, I find that a lot of parents now, for some reason, suck, yes, because they're just more like, I just don't want my child to see or get access to things because I'm not equipped to actually, and
therefore I won't equip my child. Right.
It's like this implicit parenting of like, if I get enough laws and stuff in place, I can just not parent.
I call that abstinence parenting.
That's exactly what it is.
Let's just not teach them about sex. Let's just not teach them about drugs. Let's just not teach them about race. Let's just not teach them about trans folks. Let's just not teach them about gay folks. So that they grow up in the world and they encounter these people for the very first time and they think that there's something wrong with everyone else because we didn't even teach them that folks exist.
Because they're like, oh my God, I never saw or heard of any of that stuff until I was an adult. It must be weird.
So I should probably annihilate it.
No, and that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what these people in these states are trying to do. They said the Arkansas one, for example, it says that under this new law, if put into place, a drag performance would be defined as a performance in which an individual exhibits a gender identity that is different from their sex assigned at birth, using clothing, makeup, or other accessories that are traditionally worn by members of and are meant to exaggerate the gender identity of the performer's opposite sex.
Grow up.
Like, this is so antiquated and backwards and old.
Can you imagine being some old white man dressed up in a suit in the office and having to describe what you think a drag performance is, and this is what you write, and then you submit it somewhere, and then someone else has to go, yeah, and then they take that big red stamp out and they're like, approved. And then they're like, this is it. Let's ban that. You know?
Can you imagine the police officer that has to go enforce this?
According to
sir, ma'am.
According to the anti-drag statutes,
with the wig that is 5 feet high and the stiletto heels.
So I need to check. What is your gender assigned at birth? Okay, so you can't be in that.
I know you're singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. But
wait, you were assigned female at birth?
I know you're reading Bernstein Bears to the children.
Wait, I don't know if we have a rule for that. Let me check. Wait, you're a cis woman?
If you're so concerned about drag queens reading to your children, read your kids a fucking book at home.
But also, anybody can dress in drag. It's just a performance. It's just it's costume.
And that's the problem too. People are like, well, wait, if you put this in the law, people are like, so I can't go outside?
Right. That's
if I go outside,
strange.
Is that illegal?
It's just corny and strange. It's just corny and strange. And also, like, you really think that when we met and made the gay agenda, what we said was, oh, our secret weapon is going to be drag queens.
Drag queens at libraries reading books.
Bro.
That's how we'll turn them all.
Come on, guys.
That's how you turn them out.
Come on, white dudes.
At age 6.
Bro.
When they're reading about Go Spot Go.
Come on, girl. Jesus. I'm so tired and exhausted.
That's the foolery that I wanted to address really quickly on today.
Well, I've got some other corny stuff to add. Would you like to hear it?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see if you can up the ante of corniness.
Oh, I know I can. Let's talk about the Stop Woke Act. You want to hear about it?
You want to hear about it? Here you go.
So essentially, Florida is fighting against teaching students about history and culture. They denied an African American Studies course that was supposed to be taught as an AP course, and it's becoming a whole national issue. right?
Sounds like Florida to me.
Yes. So the bill prohibits schools and workplaces from any instruction that suggests that any individual, by virtue of their race, their color, their sex, their national origin, bears responsibility for or must feel guilt, anguish, or other forms of psychological distress. Sorry.
I know you can't even get it out. Is that bad?
Because of historical acts of racism. They literally said, listen, we don't want to feel guilty because we're white.
Yeah, the bill says you cannot educate or train people in anything that says privileged or oppressed people exist due to race or sex.
I don't understand.
How, Sway?
I think what gets me is the guilt part, right? Because
don't you dare make me feel guilty.
Because the guilt part has nothing to do with the educational part, right? You feel guilt because the system privileges you in ways that are unfair. Mm-hmm. The teaching about the system is not the thing that causes the guilt. It's the stuff we talked about a minute ago, the corny shit of the agnostic abstinence parenting. That's what makes you feel the guilt.
How do you put that in a bill? How do you say...
It's a really sick cycle.
How do you say, we can't teach you history and facts because we don't want you to feel bad about the things that actually happened?
Right. And so it's literally the same parents whose kids are bringing guns to school at 6 years old who are also like, ooh, but I can't teach them about history. Bitch, maybe the fucking problem is you. I feel like maybe the problem, I'm not sure, maybe the fucking problem is you. Perhaps. It might be you.
And it might not be a maybe or a perhaps.
It might be the fact that when you are raising children, you are supposed to raise them to become adult human beings and realize that they will not be fucking 6-year-olds their entire fucking lives. They don't belong to you. They are not possessions. They are human individuals who one day will be citizens. And you have to encourage them to actually be good, just people. They have to grow up to be real, caring, and adult people.
But the catch of that, in order for them to be able to teach their kids,
they have to do that too.
They have to accept it about their own self,
bro.
And are we gonna expect them to do that shit?
When I tell you I'm exhausted, and the fact they call it Stop Woke is what makes me really upset.
Well, you know what woke stands for, because you know it's got to be an acronym.
Wrongs to our kids and employees. Because we're so fucking corny. Because we're so fucking corny.
It's bad enough they called it the Stop Woke Act.
But then they made it an acronym. Again, imagine going to work one day and be like, well, today I got to come up with an acronym for woke so I can make a bill to make sure that people can't be woke in my suit, and I got to sign this bill and put that approval stamp on there again. Imagine being so fucking boring and stupid. I mean, when I think about who these people are, I'm like, bitch, you smell like sandalwood and lumber. You know what I'm saying? Like you definitely are giving, white racer hat. Like you are emitting camouflage vest.
And diesel.
It's just, I just see you as someone who has not elevated beyond hunting as the only pastime. I just want you to want better for your fucking self. Like, I want you to realize that Sarah Palin, when she said she saw Russia from her motherfucking back door, that she actually didn't see Russia from her motherfucking back door. And I feel like you believed her, and you are now making stupid fucking laws called the Stop Woke Act. And I'm exhausted.
Well, and the thing is they came out and they gave a definition.
Jesus Christ.
The Florida General Counsel, again, imagine being the General Counsel and having to say this out publicly.
Yes, has defined this term, woke, as the belief that there are systemic injustices in American society and the need to address them.
So when you're woke, you're saying, hey, the world's fucked up, and we got to stop that.
And we got to stop that.
We got to stop
it's
it.
It's not
right. Stop it in its tracks.
Wait, you don't like the status quo? Ban. I don't understand.
This is that shit when they say we're gonna just like ban the books. We're just gonna change the history books, right? Because it's like we don't want you to believe that injustices are there. We're just gonna believe that they don't exist.
Well, it's that, right? But it's also this idea that children are not equipped to hear about it, right? Like they are okay with this stuff being exposed to adults, but they're not okay with it being exposed to young people. Like, oh my gosh, if young people know that Black people struggled historically, what will they do? They'll fucking become responsible adults.
Yeah, but they don't want these ideas to be presented to their kids at a time where they're forming their own thoughts and identities.
I fucking hate it.
They want to wait till people's brains are cemented to then go, oh, look, you know what? There was this other stuff.
So then when you tell them, they'll be like, no, you're lying. That can't have happened. I would have learned about it.
As they're saying right now.
Literally, I've had people be like, that can't be true. You're so... what? How?
I love the truth can't be true. I love it.
I hate it here. I hate it here. I hate it here. How do you call yourself a leader, an intellectual giant? How do you refer to yourself in ways that would suggest that you are in any hierarchical way ahead of other nations when you can't even sit and face yourself in the mirror? Like, how embarrassing, how dreadful. White folk exhaust me. Exhaust me. Take away their pens. They have to stop signing these fucking stupid laws.
Take away the pens. Take away the stamps.
Those
ink.
big stamps with the red ink that say approved.
Take away the Xerox machines.
Yes. Because you know they're using Xerox. They're probably using fax machines. They're so fucking corny.
Probably.
They're probably faxing this shit back and forth to each other. Corny motherfuckers. Take away their fucking fax machines.
That's how you beat it. That's how you beat it.
Take the corny shit away.
You take away their toner.
Yeah, if you take out the toner, we won't have another law in Florida.
Well, that's how we're gonna make it, y'all.
Or they'll all be printed in that weird magenta color.
Yep. It'll be magenta, yellow, cyan.
Cyan.
And that won't work because that looks too much like a rainbow.
Oh, they're like, wait, that's gay. Someone check and see if this is one of their flags.
That's what you do. You just get rid of all the black ink
and make it all bright ass ink.
That's how you confuse the enemy. It's the art of war.
I'm fucking exhausted and I hate it here. Stop woke act, Daren. Can you imagine being so boring, so vanilla? Can you imagine being so vanilla and under seasoned? Can you imagine your legs being so dirty that you have to wake up and be like, I don't want niggas to learn stuff.
The stuff that I already know.
Your legs is dirty. You got dirty legs. You don't wash your legs.
Get some Dove. Get some Irish Spring or something.
You don't wash your legs.
When you scrub that dirt off, it'll release
It's giving
the fog
unwashed legs
from your brain.
It's giving unwashed legs. That's it. Attacking drag queens and saying you don't want people to be woke. You don't wash your legs.
The end.
The end.
You can find my mom and dad, aka That Black Couple, on the web at thatblackcouple.com. That Black Couple is owned and operated by Color Combos Media. If you would like to help fund our content, sign up at www.patreon.com/colorcombosmedia. Please consider giving us $5 or $10 per month to help us build our platform and grow our organization. You can also give one-time donations at www.paypal.me/colorcombosmedia. All donations are welcome.
All right, we back.
We are back.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Okay, because I got a big whopper for you right now.
What is it?
Okay. Well, Angela Davis's birthday is this week.
Yeah.
And you know what that means?
It means it's her birthday. We're going to celebrate her.
What season is it?
Spring?
Daren.
Winter?
What month is it?
January?
And what's my favorite people born? When they born?
Well, you got a lot of favorites.
I got two favorites.
A lot of favorites.
I got two favorites. Yo people, which is the what?
My people, the Taurus season.
Okay, and then your mama.
And my mother, who is
Is it January?
Capricorn.
We in January, but it's not Capricorn season.
Oh.
It's fucking Aquarius season.
Oh.
And I fucking hate Aquariuses.
I'm apologizing.
I mean, I don't hate them.
y'all.
I don't hate them. I don't. Okay, I shouldn't say that. My mother's an Aquarius.
They just get on your nerve.
My mother and my father-in-law are both Aquariuses. Mm-hmm. And I just don't.
They're difficult.
They're difficult. So just imagine my chagrin. My chagrin when I realized that Angela Y. Davis is an Aquarius. Now, I feel like it's different because she's a January Aquarius. I don't know what those are like. They're closer to January Capricorns, which must rub off of them in some way, make them special because she's Angela motherfucking Davis.
Yeah, it's like they're on the cusp.
They're on the cusp. They're special. They're different. They're different from their February kin because them February fucking Aquarius is just, wow. Holy goodness, my God. Oh my goodness.
All my life I had to fight.
All my life, literally my whole life I had to fight my mama.
All my life.
My mama.
All my life.
My mama. Her. You know what I mean? I just wanted to share that because I really, I just love her so much. And I just have to, every time I remember it, I just have to go, You know, I just,
You know, I was gonna say you made it through, but it's still happening.
It's still happening, and I just, and I'm so grateful for Angela Davis. You know, she has given us so much beauty in the world. I am teaching her book this semester to my undergrads in my Black Feminist Politics class. I teach Our Prisons Obsolete every semester. We read it for the Black Feminist Book Club. It's one of the most critical books on abolition and post-carceration and ending the PIC abolition and moving through PIC abolition. You know, I know that she is one of the most critical thinkers and scholars to ever walk this earth. And I just want to say that as I sit here and mourn the fact that she is an Aquarius. Two things can be true.
Two things can be true.
Two things can be true.
No one is perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
You know, everyone
and
has
honestly,
their faults.
I'm glad that's her flaw.
Yeah, that's an acceptable flaw.
You know, she can have that. She can have that.
For all that she's given the world, she can be an Aquarius. That's okay.
Sure.
She made up for it.
Sure.
We be assholes sometimes, y'all. We be assholes.
I just want to end on that reflection. That was it for me. That's it.
That was it for you?
That's it. That's all.
Well, what I want to reflect on is what is coming up.
What's coming up, Daren?
So, as you know, February is Black History Month.
Black History Month.
And we're going to celebrate Black folk like we always do.
Yeah.
We're going to have some episodes of this very podcast.
Absolutely.
Celebrating Black folk.
Absolutely.
In the month of February.
Absolutely.
But also, I don't know how you wouldn't be aware, but if you're not aware, we do have a Patreon.
We do have a Patreon at Colored Convos Media.
And, you know, there's some really good perks to being a patron on the Patreon page.
Yes.
So we have author talks.
We do.
And so if you were a patron, you might have attended the author talk that we had last month with
Imani Perry,
the one and only National Book Award winner.
That's it.
And if you're a patron, you would also then automatically get entry into the talk that we're having
February 3rd.
In February.
Yes.
Which is with
Deisha Phil,
the one and only Deisha Phil,
Yeah.
So why would you not want to be a patron?
Yeah.
But then, you know, just to add a little bit on top of that, you know,
Absolutely.
February, you know, is Black History Month, but it's also known as like the Love Month with Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
So we decided we're going to do a book giveaway too.
Yes.
So we're going to give away Thich Nhat Hanh's book, How to Love.
That's it.
So again, if you're a patron,
you get entered in the giveaway.
You automatically enter the giveaway. There's no additional anything that you got to do.
Nope.
All you got to do is be a patron.
And we're going to send you a book. Because we just nice like that.
Because that's what we do. We love y'all.
And we want y'all to read. I can't stand when I meet people like, I don't read. I'm like, ooh. Wow. Okay. I'm not judging you. I just don't understand. You know?
I'm going to just leave you here.
I'm going to leave you there. Yeah. But I'm also going to buy you a book.
And I'm going to pray for you.
I'm going to leave the book with you. You know, reading is so critical.
You know, if there's books around, people are more likely to read.
That's it. So just buy them books.
Sometimes they just need to have the books.
Yes. And I'm glad we're giving them away. Here, y'all, for free. Now you ain't got no excuse.
Yeah. So sign up for the Patreon.
Yes.
You'll be entered into the giveaway if you already have the book, because We know we have some great and wonderful
How they sign up,
listeners
Daren?
already.
How they do that?
You got to go to the Patreon page.
www.patreon.com/colorcombosmedia.
There we go.
That's us.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
And then if you happen to win the book and you already have the book, then you got a great gift for someone else, right? Pass the love.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Give it on to someone who needs it.
I like that. And also, it's just a good month to be love and vote. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be romantic. Friendly, platonic love is important. I want us to always remember that love is expansive. Bell Hooks has taught us so much about that. We should love one another and ourselves constantly, deeply, juicily, deliciously, right? It's important that when we think about love, we don't see it as a scarce resource or something that we have to hold tightly and hide from people, right? Being loving is not being weak. It's actually being quite strong. And I just want us to do more of that, especially as we move into the rest of the year, because this is going to be a really good year. I want us to have a great year.
I feel it, y'all. It's going to be a great year.
Let's do it.
Thank y'all for listening. Before you go, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ThatBLKCouple, on Facebook at ThatBlackCouple, and look us up on the internets at www.thatblackcouple.com.
Bye.